We are now going to go over some examples of one-step equations. As we do this, I want you to pause the video. I want you to try these practice problems, okay, and see if you can do them on your own. So, the first question that we have for the day, what if I have, and I'm going to change these variables, so the first question is going to be a plus 10 is equal to negative 12, okay? So I'm finding out what A is. I'm looking for A, that's part one. Part two, what operation do I see? Okay, what operation do I see? I see addition, so I am going to subtract. If I subtract 10 from the one side, I have to do it from the other. So this will cancel out, and A is going to be equal to whatever negative 12 minus 10 is. If I owe you $12 and I owe you 10, now I owe you $22. So A is equal to negative 22. Question number 2. What if I have B minus 14 is equal to a negative 7? Go ahead and try it out. All right, time to check. So I see B, I'm solving for B. I see subtraction. The opposite of subtraction is addition, so I'm going to add the 14 to both sides. So B is equal to, well, negative 7 plus 14. If I owe $7, but I get 14, I find it or I work for it, okay? I pay off my debt and I still have $7. Question number 3, okay? Negative 7C is equal to 28. Pause and see if you can determine what C is equal to. All right, now let's check. So you see negative 7 times C. Remember, when they're touching, that means multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. I must divide. If I divide by a negative 7 on the one side, I have to do it on the other. I have to divide by the negative 7 because I want to get rid of all of that. So that's going to cancel out, and I will get C is equal to 28 divided by negative 7. 28 divided by negative 7 is a negative 4. It is negative because a positive divided by a negative is a negative. C is equal to negative 4. Question number 4. X divided by negative 5 is equal to 2. X over or divide by negative 5. Okay, pause and see if you can figure it out. The opposite of division is multiplication. If I multiply this side by negative 5, I must multiply the other side by negative 5. So those will cancel, and X is equal to 2 times negative 5. 2 times a negative 5 is a negative 10. Let's do one more set. 5. E plus a negative 12 is equal to 14. Okay, if I'm adding a negative, I'm adding a negative. So what is the opposite of that? Well, it's a negative number. I need to get rid of it. So I'm going to add it, to both sides. So I get E is equal to 14 plus 12 is 26. Number 6, negative 7 plus F is equal to negative 13. Pause and see if you can determine what F is equal to. Now that you are back, let's check. We're getting to the F. We need to take down all the bodyguards around him. We see a negative 7. What's the opposite of a negative 7? A positive 7. I must add 7 to both sides, and I will get that F is equal to negative 6. Question number 7. Let's say that I have negative 4G is equal to negative 36. when it's touching its multiplication. So please pause and see if you can determine what G should be equal to. Now let's check. -4 times G is equal to -36. The opposite of multiplication is division, so I will divide both sides by -4. What I do to one side, I must to the other. I'm left with G on the left side, and -36 divided by -4, a negative divided by a negative is a positive. So I get 9. G is equal to 9. Last but certainly not least, H divided by a -4 is equal to a -6. Pause and see if you can determine what H is equal to. H divided by -4 is -6. The opposite of division is multiplication. We're going to multiply each side by -4. Once again, we're going to multiply each side by -4. So H is equal to, what's -6 times -4, a negative times a negative, so positive 24. Okay? Now that you know how to go about these, if you have further questions, please go back to the beginning, okay, and try them out on your own again. See how accurate you can get as you go through. Remember, what variable are you trying to solve for? What is the original operation? How do we do the exact opposite operation to both sides to determine our answer? Okay?